far as what? I hope so. We'll find out. I don't have my headphones. I have Bluetooth. So that's myself. Has to be.
All right, all right. Hey, y'all. Hey, come on in. Come on in. It's the Caravan of Dreams to redo. Y'all know what it is. It's Monday. It's 8 something. Come on in. Come on in. Like and share. Like and share. Tell somebody that the Caravan of Dreams is on.
Check, 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 check.
Mm. Hello, hello. Hey. So, if someone could give us a thumbs up, let us know that you can hear us okay. There's some thumbs up. All right. Hello, hello, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate you. Be sure and like and share and tell somebody to tell somebody that the Caravan of Dreams is on. Thanks, Vanessa. Thank y'all so much for joining us. We appreciate you. We're getting started here in just a second. So, these days we actually, kind of double duty here. We have to make sure the kids get fed, all of that. So, be a little patient with us. We working it out. So, how was everybody's Monday? I hope it was awesome and great and all of those good things. How about the weekend? Anybody have anything interesting that they did this weekend? I hope you had a good weekend. Johnny DJ'd a pretty nice sized wedding on yesterday, and just so happened to be um, the mom, the bride and groom that I actually did their um, wedding attire. So it was great. It was great. It was a pretty long day, but it was very nice. Very, very nice. So we will get here in just a second. So waiting for Uncle Johnny to get back. The wedding was very nice. It was a beautiful wedding. The what is that? Is the Hampton Event Center, I believe it's called, in Red Oak, and a very nice venue, very nice, very nice. They did that, and so I would suggest that if anybody's trying to have or interested in having a formal, I don't think it's just for weddings, but looks like a lot of weddings go on there. Probably, really special days. That's a nice place to have. So anyway, I was trying to wait on Johnny to get back. However, I'll make sure and like and share. Like and share, please. Tell somebody else. Share this. Let somebody else know to come on and join us. We will be getting started in just a few minutes. So, uh, so this is what I kind of wanted to get started with, and um, so you know what? Let's do it. So here's the thing. Now they have created. Um, here's Johnny. Join us. No, I was just kind of talking, telling them about the wedding yesterday. But to get started, so let's talk about this. Um, now there is a melanin injection that if you are someone who is lacking melanin, yes, then you can get this melanin injection and it will turn you brown. And now you're looking very ninja-ish. I don't know if that's the word. Melanin.
Hey, what was your movie?
Um, the
The dude, the comedian who Chris, he did the fucking place.
oh um okay.
Miss Allen, how you doing? Fucking lot of what's going on around you with you. Mr. Gray, what's going on, Mr. Gray?
Yeah. Well, so what was the movie he created?
Ah, shit.
Because
Get out.
Get Out. Okay. Get Out was the movie, but you're talking about the movie that they created about this.
No, I'm just
Did Get Out said to happen?
get out
That's
about
what people were trying to do. Okay. Yes. Well, guess what? I don't know if this is a Get Out inspired situation, but they have now created.
because it's fire. Get out. Right.
It's real life, or they knew something was
It's a
going
real
on.
life
Yeah.
situation. Fire. Get out.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've been trying to figure that out.
Right.
Who knows?
Right. 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 Well, so they have it now. It is where people can now get this injection, and it will turn them brown. I saw a brother and sister who were a white brother and sister, and now the sister is very dark. And I was like, nah, she's black. She did look black.
That ain't
So
gonna give you the magic, partner. My dark skin, but that ain't gonna give you the magic. That's the sauce. So,
yeah, I
just
mean,
take a look.
at the end of the day, I think for them, it's just about having the look of, and then they can have the best of both worlds.
I think it's more than they don't want to look like. They're
Mhm.
just about looking.
You know,
I mean, so there's some features of course they want the people
right?
to go out there. melanin ain't gonna necessarily give you that. Also, gonna be a dark skin.
Right, and so that's what they want, the darker skin.
Like the good, the good. Yeah, I mean tanning, yeah, dark skin or whatever. I think they want athleticism. I think they want the rhythm.
Okay.
I think it's bigger than just dark.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's a lot of things that they would like to have, that we offer or that we have as well.
They never gonna give it. They ain't gonna give you that black
No,
experience.
no,
But I mean,
no.
if you want to feel better, if you want to feel better about it, go out and purchase those. Go ahead.
But, at the end of the day, uh, so here's the thing. Someone, I don't know if you saw this where they were saying, Joe Biden said, well, if you were my son, or somebody asked him, they said, what about black people always getting stopped, this and that and third. He said, what if it was your child? Well, first of all, if it was my child, they wouldn't get stopped because they are not black. Hello. So Joe Biden,
People change.
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm like,
I mean, think about it.
I mean, I just
That's a system
all I'm
that's in
saying,
place. He ain't number figure.
I get it, but I'm just saying the fact that it's very well known, everybody know, if you're not black, then don't worry about it. You ain't got no problem, right? That's
I mean, everybody knows. He just said,
mm, 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 mm. So yeah, so I said that to say they want our skin color, but they don't want these problems. At the end of the day, they might want the black features, but they don't want the blackness. They don't want the non uh, white benefits, ones we don't get.
they don't want no pressure. That's my problem. First of all,
Mm,
that they can take.
that's all right there, right there. That's it. Right. Hey, listen, while I'm here, and this has nothing to do with nothing, but shout out to uh, doll who brought the city of Fort Worth out for her birthday party this weekend. I just have to say that.
Yeah, it's shut down a little bit.
I mean,
Anyway, hey
was there?
Sylvia, what's going on? DJ
Hey there,
Phil is on
Sylvia.
here. Nippy Jones, big time DJ right there. Man, that's what Campbell was going on. My bad.
Oh yes, for sure. But I mean, just I just wanted to say shout out to everybody, all of Fort Worth that showed up at Doll's party this
Oh,
weekend.
okay. We'll show up at
Yes,
Fort Worth this week.
yes, yes. What a great group of people, Marcus and Doll.
So, Kevin Big Slow James, what's going on with you, man?
All right. So, all right, let's move on. Let's
Melanin
move on.
shots. I wonder if they're gonna start selling melanin shots at Walmart.
Now Walmart or Sam, somebody will get it. I mean, what I'm saying? Like,
That's gonna be chocolate milk.
or
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be available on Amazon, right? Like you can get it next day or whatever. So,
DJ Phil, you roll. Man, a whole lot of dope DJs happening. I need to be doing a lot. I need to be doing DJ stuff. DJ stuff. Christmas party was going on. What's going on?
mm. All right. So let's move on. Let's move on. So listen, there is, the turkey hut, turkey leg hut owners, right? So the wife finally she came out and she was like, "Look, I know y'all don't know it. Y'all see us as this big power couple, but let me tell y'all this: this man beats me. He's abusive and disrespectful." And she said, "I'm out of this marriage. He's out." So, man, a very successful power couple, have this business and that kind of thing. And then the wife is like, man, I'm miserable. I'm miserable because this dude is very abusive and disrespectful. And it's a shame that like you can't get your life together to oh, did you see what my
Did.
treat her better than that? Like who does that? Why is it happening?
I ain't trying to justify it. I'm gonna keep going out, man. Somebody say something. I'm gonna do it because I thought I did adjust it, but if I didn't, somebody say something. Anyway, I think everybody got their stuff. Everybody got their stuff on. Abusive. There's no excuse for abuse at all. But
Mhm.
couples ain't perfect. Everybody had their stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
That's just me. Hey, that's what it is.
I mean, for sure. I
Now,
get
she
that.
speaking out though, you gonna
Right.
have to you gonna have to go ahead and lead the situation, man. Don't stick in. You already told me before we put his hands on.
Yeah. Oh, she said she out. She said that's it. Like I can't do it. And the crazy thing is that in the forefront, it's like people interviewing them and this, and it's like, hey, everything's beautiful, it's wonderful, it's great. And then, but behind closed doors, and as soon as the turkey cookers are been turned out, she was like, man, this man is abusive and disrespectful and all of that. So, and it's sad to see that because man, they look turkey legs making money. I mean, I remember they came to Fort Worth that time. What was they charging
Cleaned
for the
up.
turkey legs?
I don't know, too much.
$25
It was
or
more than that. It was
something.
like
Man.
it was a line down there at church. Was a big church down there. You know, at Woodhaven.
Um, well, at the time, was that it wasn't a
It was
okay.
on Fort Worth.
Okay.
Yeah, they packed that out. It was
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Cause
They made
just think about that, $50 a leg, and people was lined up.
it. Yeah,
Oh,
really. Somebody
right.
said Will and Jada Kevin, Big Slow. With Will and
Yeah.
Jada.
Yeah. 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 True.
I mean, it's the more money, more problem. But all that money is going to come. So this year, it comes to problem. And here we go. With the 05
Oh
police
my
bar.
goodness.
Hey, fuck that. It's always the dude. Any argument that attacker, no matter what the fuck he does or did.
Listen, the dude didn't say nothing. He ain't said nothing about nothing. His wife came out and said, "This dude is thrown off crazy," and I'm out. So, I mean, it is. That's what it is.
You know, he
Oh
said,
my
that
God.
said, we don't know what the F he did behind closed doors. Say, man. Kevin said, you just never know about people's real life.
Right.
My opinion, man, I think 99% of the time, man being an abuser, I think men
Right.
have the power to hurt. I think
Mhm.
we have more power as far as physically. We have more power. Just because you have that power, not me. This is
Indeed.
my opinion.
You're right. That's absolutely right.
Like you should use that power to restrain,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
uh, hit somebody. I put a chick in the headlock before I swing. So
Yeah.
I do what I need to do to keep her from. I run from her. To be honest with you, this is me though. I run from her. But I'm pretty sure I can outrun her too. Before I just feel like I got too much brain power. I got too much intelligence to resort to violence. That's just me.
Right. Right. I mean, at the end of the day, come on, you could get away or something. I mean, I feel like okay, and I know somewhere it's happening. I know that there are women out there who abuse, men or their husbands or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, I think, you have the ability to, juke or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Use some of that. Oh, when you played football back in the day, some of that. Or I mean, I'm just saying, like as women, we have nails, like once we hit the boom, nail break, crack, anything. I mean, I just feel like if you are a man that is getting abused by a woman physically, then
think we are
Yeah.
smack dead. True. That is true. If you crazy enough to hit somebody, then you better expect to get back.
I mean, these days that's kind of where it's going. That is where it's going. I mean, we saw that situation where there was a the school, somebody, I think the little girl slapped the dude, and then all of a sudden, I guess it was one too many.
Right.
And, I think he,
Smackdown.
boom, yeah. But so sometimes, you can go too far, right? You can go too far as a woman, but anyway, that is not what we're talking about.
Of course, it says too easy to say he kicked her ass. If he did, how do we know she ain't pulled a knife or something? Or did some other evil, crazy shit, evil, strife, wicked
Oh my God.
women do? Oh, that boy be biased, don't he?
My, my. Right. There we go. Bob and weave. Bob and
Let's say he
weave.
got fire.
That's all I'm saying.
But
But that is not, we're not, no, he didn't come out and say that. She said, this dude's abusive and disrespectful. I got to go. And I'm saying, as a power couple now, what do they do, at this point? Do they, I mean, at the end of the day, that could garner more business,
oh yeah,
you
it's gonna
know?
bring always things back. So yeah, that definitely
Make
for
people
sure.
decide, you know what, let's go see what's going on over here and let's look at them and see what they look like and going on. You never know.
Aisha Ingham, Jones, Russell, y'all for what's going on with Keith Ferguson, what's going on? Tanya Blackman, what's going on? A lot of people sitting there.
We do appreciate it. Thank you.
What's to say, which one of them kids ain't here? I don't think they got it. And look,
Look, you
we're
know
not
what?
gonna dig that far into it. We don't know exactly why,
Aye,
you know,
aye.
he said he abused her, but whatever. The bottom line is, she's out of the man. He said he abused
That's it right there.
her. That's true. Alma Carter, what's going on? What's going on? I don't know. Just ain't no excuse for it, in my opinion.
Right. Right,
Just ain't no
indeed.
excuse for it. It's power. We advertise. We are mad. This business was stronger,
Right.
and we should use that. Kevin said, if you're a vote for vote, you can handle things without me. I can't fight you. So Al Green thought. Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
The hot grits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah. But there's such thing as a toxic relationship. Not, you can have nothing, you don't have fight. That-
Mm.
yeah.
Crazy. But yes.
I mean,
Okay.
I think when you're young, especially when you older, I think you ought to be smarter. But you younger, you got the energy. I've been there before.
I
Who ain't?
mean, it's people out there so, we were talking about this in a women's group before, how, people were like, well, we argue and this and that back and forth, and then I'm so mad at him, whatever, blah blah. But I feel like these all being, I'm gonna say, women over 35 or whatever, and people was like, and then I'm just mad. And at the end of the day, people are like, well, I don't want to go to bed mad at my husband, right? It's like, nobody wants to do that. Some people are like, no, we're gonna go to bed. So people have different ways that they handle stuff like that. Some people is like, you know what? Just make up. And some people like, nah, we ain't gonna talk about today. It depends on how
I'm
you
not.
handle
Yeah, I'm not cool with going to bed
it. Mm-hmm.
because I don't think you know what's going on. But I was
Right. Yeah, because I always think about that, because I've known where people said, well, we went to bed, everything was normal, but then he didn't wake up because, or, she didn't wake up. They just stopped breathing. And that, if you had an argument and something like that happened, oh my God, how would that haunt you? You know? Yeah.
oh no, we're not talking about Will Smith. We're actually talking about what is it, all of this,
Of the turkey
turkey
leg nut.
leg.
Hmm. Yes. Hmm.
This couple, I guess, the husband is smashing on the or beating on the wife.
Yeah,
I didn't say
he's
smashing.
right. He's
He's
abusive
being
and
abusive.
disrespectful. Yes. Mhm. But yeah, there it goes. All right, so let's move on. So here's the thing. Uh-oh.
Look at maybe verbally abusive, whatever. Goddamn, how it coming out. How much that took from the house. I mean, the turkey money is probably what kept her quiet this long. I think at this
Mhm.
point, it's probably like ain't no amount of turkey money worth.
Right, right, for sure. And that part right there, I do believe that's something that you got to think about that. All money ain't good money. So, oh shoot. Mm, okay. All right, y'all. So we're trying to work through these technical
Hey,
difficulties. Right. All right. Okay, y'all. So hopefully y'all can hear. Yeah. Maybe one.
we'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see. Wow, for real.
All right, y'all. Hold on.
Oh,
All right, y'all. So Johnny's gonna work through it. While we're going. Okay.
they can hear you for sure.
Okay. All right. So listen, let's talk about this. So there is a 75-year-old teacher, a female, a 75-year-old teacher who has been sentenced to 10 years for, you will never guess what this lady's been sentenced to 10 years for.
75.
She is 75. She's been sentenced to 10 years for sexually assaulting a 14-year-old boy at school. Now, I'm trying to understand why, first of all, as a 75-year-old grandmother, why? What is going on? What's happening? Why, ma'am?
A 75-year-old grandmother.
I mean,
I mean,
you
she
know,
got needs too.
come on. 14?
I mean, that's pretty nasty.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And I don't understand why, you would not have more scruples about you, ma'am, 75-year-old.
I think 75-year-olds got needs too.
I mean, okay, I get it, but still, in you know what? And we know that it goes men do it, women do it, that kind of thing. But I feel like at that age you should be a protector. You should be someone who want to look out for these kids, not want to abuse them like that. And so, you know what? The 50-year-olds, the 60-year-olds, they do those things or whatever. But at 75,
Everybody don't think the same way.
ah, I don't know. I just feel like there should be, she should have more
She
scruples about
definitely
it.
should have more scruples about it. But I always felt like when you're a child and you're an infant, I feel like when you're older and you start hitting, I guess we're gonna say 75, 80, whatever. I feel like you go back to infancy. I think.
Oh.
I mean, what you go back into diapers, don't you?
I mean, I don't think that's automatic.
It's not automatic. It's not automatic, but you need assistance. You
Mhm.
need help. You need help from. It's kind of like you. To me, it's like you almost go back into that infancy stage, and I think that maybe mentally you kind of go back into that infancy stage because with a lot of older people or grandparents, whatever, it's like I'm gonna do what I want. I've been here long enough. I'm gonna
Mhm.
do what I want to do.
Okay.
It's similar to what kids running around here do.
All right.
So, and I ain't saying she said she earned it, but definitely her mind state it's not where it's supposed to be.
Hmm.
It's definitely not where it's supposed to be. She looking out for herself. She trying to get her little, her little rocks out with a 14-year-old. It's
Okay.
nasty.
Yeah, that's oh my
It's
gosh.
nasty as he want to be.
Yeah, I just feel like I said, at that age, you should be more, looking out for the kids and not,
I
trying to
mean, there's
abuse
people
them. And
looking
that
out
I
for the
just,
kids. Everybody ain't nasty like that.
yeah, yeah. All right. Okay. So we'll move on from that. So anyway,
Oh my God. Let me look at some of these 75 taking the teeth out and getting funky with the
oh
young meat.
gosh,
That's what Quincy said.
I can't.
He say all women taking this one on the chin.
What? Oh Lord.
Plus says that why elder people say what they want to say. Yeah, that's why they say what they want to say. Man, they've been hanging around this long enough to where it's like I done been on this earth 75 years. I am not gonna hold my tongue. And I think it's the same way as far as getting what they want. Is this lady? She wanted what she wanted. She's 75, got nothing. She trying to get her rocks off, and she finna get them off right now with this young whippersnapper.
Oh my gosh. Oh baby.
Quincy say she threw that near death monkey at that young fella, and he traumatized for life now.
Okay. So anyway,
You the one
I
said you
know
the
I
one.
did. I did. Okay. So anyway, listen. Did you know that Mariah Carey had a sister, an older sister? Did you never ever know that?
Mm-mm.
So Mariah Carey's sister, her name is Allison Carey. And here's the thing. So Mariah wrote a book, and I never read it or whatever, but in her book, she talks about the sister, the older sister that actually um, tried to pimp her when she was 13. So she actually, put her out there, was trying to sell her as, to get money.
Her older sister was.
Yes.
So they got so it's three of. Well, oh no, the older
This is
sister
the
tried to
oldest
sell,
sister. Yes, tried
try to
to,
pimp
yes,
Mariah Carey.
yes, and so she talks about that in her book. And so now, understand that, right? To understand that. Now, here's the thing. So today, Mariah's oldest sister, she's come out and she said that she doesn't have any teeth because she can't afford them. So right now she is walking around, she needs a set of teeth, but she doesn't have any, she can't afford them.
Well, now you got to ask the sister that you was trying to sell her ass. Oh well,
And Mariah has cut her off,
I mean,
or just, never even dealt with her because of that.
karma's man
Mm.
a whole bitch, ain't it?
Now, so here's my thing. How long? I mean, I don't know. I know that was an awful, awful, awful thing. But do you continue to hold this grudge towards your family member to where they don't have anything? That, like, clearly this woman can't even afford to get dentures, right? Mariah is big money, big money. Does she not even say, "Hey, girl, take this couple $1,000, go get you some teeth"?
Hey, man, that's on her, and I don't forgive and forget. I don't think that's a real thing. You'll never forget, especially in a situation like that where somebody's trying to pretty much sex traffic you.
Mm,
Um, she might have let it go and she might have forgave her, but she ain't gonna give her no money, and that's just what it is. I mean, we just got to take it for what it is. That's an unspeakable act.
mm,
So I can't speak on how it feels, to be done like that.
yeah.
Um, hey, if she don't want to give her no money, she ain't give her. I mean, it ain't gonna kill you to not have no teeth. She's just gonna be a multi-meal eating fool for the rest for the rest of her life. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
Jamie said that she believes she might have been on drugs,
Mm,
the older sister,
mhm.
and that might explain some of it,
Yeah. Yeah.
But dang, say yourself, nigga, don't try to sell your sister. But whatever. She made her bed, she laying in it. That's karma. Um, put on soft foods, and we moving on.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
it is what it is, man. You can't, you know. I tell, I used to tell my kids all the time. I tell my nieces and nephews that I'm raising right now all the time. Y'all all y'all got. look out for each other.
Right.
You all, at the end of the day, I don't care what friends you think you have, whatever the
Mhm.
case,
Mhm.
your brothers and sisters, that's all you got.
Yeah. Yeah.
So act like it.
Yeah.
She ain't act like it. So
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It seems like to see, your, younger sister out here just living, you know what I'm saying? Just, I mean, clearly Mariah is doing her thing. And then to think of, I'm sure that she thinks about that. That probably haunts her to think about how she treated her and what brought them to this place in their relationship. So,
well, what's also haunting her is seeing everybody else eating steak and sandwiches, all the good stuff. And she got to eat
oh
mashed potatoes.
gosh.
But that's, you know, she made her bed, man. And she got to lay in. That's just the bottom line.
Yeah, that's awful. Awful situation.
It is an awful situation, but you put yourself in that situation once again. Your brothers and sisters, your immediate family, man, that's all you got.
Mhm.
And you better treat them right. You
Yeah.
never know. One of them might become a multi-million dollar artist
Right. Right.
while you sitting up broke.
Yeah. And on the internet with no teeth at all.
Hey,
At all.
yes, Vanessa, malto meal. That's gonna have to be her meal of choice.
Man.
Malto meal, oatmeal, mashed potatoes. It is what it is, man.
Right. Right.
Get yourself together. Maybe I don't know. I was gonna say maybe she could, beg or kiss ass or whatever, but like she probably told her draws
Yeah, it's probably
with
yeah.
Mariah.
I'm sure she's done. I'm sure
Yeah,
she's done.
that's a wrap on that, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, okay.
This nigga will not leave the 75-year-old alone.
Oh
He
gosh.
will not leave it alone. Let me see what this man just said. So are we going from the 75-year-old sucking young Jolly Ranchers to Mariah's sister selling her monkey? Didn't she sell her monkey to that old white man when she married him for a record deal?
Oh my gosh. Wow, wow, wow.
Said she can go to one of those experimental clinics and get those falsies put in. Why does a 75-year-old chick only get 10 years? How many years would a 75-year-old young monkey snatcher get? I mean, hey, look, 75 years. If you a 75-year-old teacher, you get 10 years. That's life. That's a
Right.
life.
Right.
That's a life sentence.
Right. I mean, at the end of the day, they're like, she gets 10 years, and then after that 10 years, they'll give her another 15 years on probation.
It don't matter.
Right.
She allowed to make the 10. I mean, they don't even have to put her in prison. Just put her in a nursing home.
I mean, yeah.
Because even in prison, that's what she's gonna have to be in. She's gonna be in somebody's infirmary or something. She can't be with general population, man. 75 years old.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. Janine said karma, karma, karma. And
Indeed.
that's all that is. Just a
Indeed.
big old spoonful of karma. That's what that is. Be careful how you treat your kinfolk.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's real. That's real. All right. So let's move on. So I don't know if you all heard that R. Kelly is suing.
suing the officers. I saw that.
Huh?
Go ahead. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
What are you saying?
He's suing the officers, right? He's suing
Suing.
the prison guards or whatever.
Well, okay. So he's suing Tasha K, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tasha K, because what happened was during the trial or whatever, right before that time, then Tasha K acquired some information from some of the officers, I
Mm-hmm.
guess, which was confidential information. Now, I will say it was confidential information that was shared to her, given to her by someone who shouldn't have had it anyway. Okay. And because of that, they feel like that played a part in his case or his trial or whatever. And so now he's suing. And so the whole, preface of this is for an appeal. And I mean, he definitely has a right because somebody, that was a breach of confidentiality. You cannot, that when they talk over the phone or when he has attorneys that come in and talk, that is private conversation. Nobody should hear that. And so these officers, I guess they, you know, got the information, shared it because somebody
Sold
must have
it.
been paying.
Let's
Yeah.
be. I'm gonna say
Right.
sold it. It wasn't just a share situation.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. And
yeah.
so this might be, a breakthrough for him.
Oh well.
He could get off on a technicality.
Okay.
Hmm.
I mean, I ain't the biggest Tasha K fan. I do believe I know you watch her or whatever quite a bit,
I
right?
used to. I don't really
I
watch her
remember
anymore.
I used to hear it
Yeah.
coming from the other room or whatever, but I
Yeah.
ain't know. I don't know. I'm not big on the whole gossip thing and how lucrative it is nowadays to be snitching on folks and giving out people's information for it to be divulged to, the world.
Mhm.
I'm I'm not heavily on board with that mess. I hope he do get off. Shoot, we need some new music.
Hmm?
R&B is dying out. We need to get R. Kelly back on the scene. Get some good music. Get some good R&B music out here.
Wow. All
What?
right. Okay. I mean, but you know what? But the world had already canceled him before he went in.
We
Like,
ain't counseling him. I don't know who the world is, but maybe I'm not part of the world. I ain't counseling him,
well,
and
who
I
he was
know.
canceled on what? On some stations or something. Somebody he was
Yeah, he
canceled.
was counseled on some like some Spotify, something like
Right.
that.
Right.
Some
Different
he
mhm.
ain't counseled in the hood. I can still play that,
Yeah.
and they'll still swing out to it.
Right, true.
I can still
Mhm.
play it in the middle of sexy set or whatever, and people still gonna grind to it. I played it last week, and I ain't getting no Me Too people or nothing like that running up to the booth saying you
Mm.
can't play that. Matter of fact, they jam.
Mhm.
I saw a lot of gyrating in the seats going on. So you can cancel them on the outside,
Right.
but yeah, it's a whole lot of people still fooling with
Yeah.
Mr. Kelly.
Yeah. Anybody out there still like R. Kelly? Like some aura? I mean, the thing is that some of the songs that, you know, we heard come from him back in the day, like there were some jamming songs.
Yeah,
Like,
man. I had some awesome episodes to that man music. Might have had some kids, might have generated some kids from music. I'm pretty sure, a lot of kids came out of, and especially in the 90s.
right.
So Quinn said R. Kelly need to be free. He said them Me Too B words need to be in jail though. Yeah, I cuss, but I ain't too big on that one. Yeah, they do need to be in jail. I think the parents need to be in jail, man. There's a lot of enablers that need to be in jail along
Mhm.
with, you can't just put R. Kelly in jail like that. Not without putting the people that's around him in jail, the people who was protecting him, the parents who was driving their kids over here knowing,
Right.
getting payoffs, whatever the case.
Right.
All of them need to be in jail.
Right. Right. Right.
So yeah,
Yeah,
in
because
my
I do believe that there is no way that these the parents who were part of their kids' lives could just be like, I had no idea this was happening. I just dropped my daughter off and I thought that they were just, yeah, come on. Yeah. There's no way that they could deny knowing anything or having a clue.
Janine say she agree. Gary Minor said, yeah, he still jam R. Kelly, man. I'm telling
Hmm.
you, man, R.
Hmm.
Kelly good in the hood.
Hmm.
And it's not condoning anything he does. Nobody's saying, what he did was right or anything like that. It's despicable, actually. It's horrible. I think for that, there's certain parts of that man that should be chopped off. He can still make music without that. Yeah. Cut the nigga nuts, all that off. All that middle. Just cut it off so you can't even abuse people with it. He can
That
still
changes his voice.
he ain't gonna change his voice. It'll be higher.
Oh my gosh.
He'll be able to hit a higher octave.
Oh my gosh.
But music wise, and that's all that I judge him on. I can't speak on the other parts. Music wise, man, best I ever heard in my life. Probably the best I will have ever heard in my life. Nobody better. Period. King of
Michael
R&B.
Jackson.
Michael Jackson's pop.
Oh, okay.
He's pop. And Michael
Okay.
Jackson came to R. Kelly and got music produced.
Hmm.
Not the other way around.
I mean, I get it. I get it. But I just think about, when you say best you've ever heard, like you saying R&B. Because I never even when I think about Michael Jackson, let's say, I don't even, think about him being pop or this or that. He just had good music.
He had good music, but he wasn't necessarily R&B. He was pop.
Yeah. So even his whole Man in the Mirror and all that,
That
it
wasn't
stayed
R&B.
along. Okay.
That wasn't R&B.
Mhm.
I think he was closer to R&B in his younger years.
Mm. Mhm.
Rock with You, Off the
Right.
Wall album. That's when he
Okay.
was closer to R&B.
Okay. Okay. And
But
then he
once
turns.
he hit that Thriller,
Yeah.
pop.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Just my opinion.
Okay.
But once again, I mean, I think that Michael Jackson's probably one of the greatest entertainers of all time,
Okay.
as far as putting on a whole show,
Right.
dancing. You got
Right. Well, now, so today they say it is B.
what, greatest entertainer of all time? Yeah.
No.
I mean, not for me. I mean, I don't need the Beehive coming after me. I don't,
Oh yeah.
I don't have time for all
Sorry,
that mess.
Beehive. If you're there, we not no. Listen.
She's the greatest entertainer of her time.
Okay.
She's the greatest entertainer of her
Mhm.
time.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, it's just Mike for me, and I'm older. I'm from an older generation.
Right.
I watched him change music. I watched him change music videos. I watched him
Right.
change how
Right.
entertainment was done.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, I think because of him, Beyonce can
Yes.
do the things that she
Agreed.
does.
Agreed. Agreed. I
So
think that even how they would honor him, like Chris Brown would do his tribute to Michael, knowing that that's what kind of brought him into who he is. So, mhm.
man, there's not a entertainer. There's not a great entertainer who could just. I just don't feel like there's an entertainer who could feel like they were not affected
Mhm.
by or influenced by Michael
Right.
Jackson.
Right.
Everybody sat up
Mhm.
and watched
Mhm.
Michael
Mhm.
Jackson.
Mhm.
You know, this
Mhm.
is and
Yeah.
and he's the predecessor.
Yes.
So it's hard to compare the two. It's almost like when you look at the basketball stuff with the Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron James type of situation. It's hard to compare them because it's predecessors.
Right.
It's like Mike enabled, he made the way for the Kobe.
Right. Right.
Kobe
Right.
made the way for the LeBron.
Yeah.
So for me, it's hard to to compare.
Put them side by side as
Yeah,
opposed to.
yeah.
So okay, go ahead.
Um,
Yeah. Check.
let's go back
Yeah.
to the. Janine said can't take that talent away, and that's true.
For sure. Mm-hmm.
That's what Miss Quincy said. R. Kelly need to be free. He said they clone Wayne, Jamie, Joe Biden, and Tyra.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness! I want some of what you smoking. Come on over here with what some of you smoking, man.
Oh my gosh.
April Spring said, "I think he's a genius. He is. I think R. Kelly is a musical genius. I think as far as music theory goes, as far as knowing the right chords, stuff like that. Knowing how to relate to the listener.
Mm-hmm.
I think he mastered all of that good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He mastered all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Who said the last time you saw Michael Jackson or Mike Jackson was the Off the Wall album? True that.
Mm-hmm. Talk about the Black Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He said Beyonce is the leader of the Wicked Witches. This
Hmm?
is why you must stop talking about her now, Johnny. Do not get bewitched.
Oh my gosh.
All
Okay.
right. Ramonda
Okay.
Carter, what's going on? Thank you for coming in. Tina James, what's going on? Michelle Watkins, what's up, family? Andre Foster, what's going on, bro?
Okay.
Appreciate
So
everybody for dropping in,
listen,
man.
here's my question. So how much do y'all think that music actually influences these kids these days? Like,
Big influence.
you know, um, now if kids listen to the rap music and that, is that something that's going to make them go out and do ABCD? Like, back in the day, we were listening to more smooth grooves, and and I think it kept us more mellow. Some of us maybe, and now this music is they make. I believe maybe this might just be my conspiracy theory. I think that they're forcing these artists to produce this stuff so that kids can be out here killing each other and that kind of thing. Population control.
Like, yeah, that's our own fault though
Hmm.
for not raising our kids.
Hmm.
If you anybody who know my saying. If you don't raise your kids, this media will. And if you don't get a hold of your kids, if you don't be your kids' role model, if you're not who your kids look up to, and you have a lot of that,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of
Mm-hmm.
parents are like, well, my kids don't listen to me. Yeah,
Yeah.
they listen to the media. They looking at the media. They getting too much of whatever it is they listening to or whatever it is they're watching. But you have to be in control of that. As a parent, it's imperative for me to be in control of my kids' influences. And if the influence is too great, I'm gonna take it away.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you allow it, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
music will influence how you think, how you act. how you carry yourself. But the thing is, you have to be more of an influence than the music that your kids listen to.
Right.
And if you can't be that, then you got to take away the music. I don't care how bad the kid cry. I
Mhm.
don't care how bad you feel because your kid is in their pouting or whatever, and they feel like they
Mhm.
were going to end because they can't watch YouTube no more. They can't listen to the drill music that they listen to around there. But
Right.
if it's affecting you like that, I'm gonna take it away.
Right. Right.
And that's the thing. Yeah, it's influencing the kids. It shouldn't
Mhm.
influence the kids.
Yeah.
You know, I always related to looking at a rated R movie.
Mhm.
Just because you watched Friday the 13th and you saw Jason slicing folks up, does
Right.
that mean you should take your knife and go and slice folks up?
Well, we
How
know
many of
that,
us? How
but
many of us go out? A lot of black people watch
right.
Jason before
Right.
he's
Right.
Freddy Krueger, whatever the
Mhm.
case.
Mhm.
After that movie, do we go out and say, "Hey, I want to go out on a killing spree"? It's just like a movie, and I explain that to my kids. It's just like a movie. After that song go off, real life starts
Yeah,
back,
that's it. Yeah.
and you have to explain to your kids that because if they listen to it so much, as far as selling dope or being on dope, whatever the case, if they listen to it so much and they hit a situation as an adult and they want to get some money, well, the way they see it is the music already telling them how to do the credit card scams, how to sell dope, how to cut it up, how to measure it up, where to sell it, when to sell it, all of that.
Right.
So they're gonna go with what they know.
Right. 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 This is true. This is true.
Let's see. I done sat here and started talking, got on my soapbox, on my preacher soapbox, and everybody's
Right.
in here commenting. Say music
Mm.
influences kids like it influenced us as kids. And it's true. One more thing, I hate to go out, but another thing as far as like the movies and stuff. When we were young, we watched Boys in the Hood,
Mhm.
Minister Society, Colors.
Right.
Those movies were actually supposed to educate us on what not to do.
Mm. Hmm.
And I didn't realize that until much later on.
Yeah.
But as kids, we looked at it as what to do.
Yeah.
So many of us try to emulate Nino Brown. I used to wear the earring like Nino Brown,
Right.
got the haircut like Nino Brown, stuff like
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
So many of us got influenced the wrong way by that.
Right.
Scarface, another one.
Right.
We got influenced the wrong way by that. It was actually showing us what we were not supposed to be doing.
Right.
Luckily, I had a mom who was more influential on me
Mhm.
than the movies that I was watching. Don't mean I ain't try to be Nino Brown. Don't
Right.
mean I ain't try to be Ice Cube and,
Right.
and carry a gun or whatever the case, but luckily my mom had just enough influence
Right.
over me, just enough to be more than those movies that I
Right.
was watching.
Right.
But I
Right.
still wanted to pack a gun, I was still trying to crip,
Right.
so
Right.
and it's just nowadays the media is just more influential than the parents.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
let me get
Yeah.
back to
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
talking. Janine said completely influenced by music. Ramonda said, yep, very, very big influence. Let's said, yep, I agree 100%. Ramonda said, exactly, Johnny. Something I said was all right. Gary said he agreed. Um, Let's get his nice little piece. I think these bits of information gonna be better than the 75-year-old
Oh,
bits of information.
good. Good.
So we've been letting the TV and it entertain, raise these goddamn kids like we was raised with the glow screen. It was the way of the wicked. I do remember my grandma and them, talking about the TV like it was the devil. Like the devil made it. The devil was on the inside of it. When she go off on me and tell me to turn it off, turn that devilish TV off.
But you know what? When you think about it, how far off was that? You know what
It
I'm
wasn't.
saying?
It was the gateway.
Yeah.
That was allowed, devilish
That's how stuff
thoughts,
came. Yeah.
evil thoughts in. That's the
Right.
only way they can get in the
Yeah.
house.
I gate.
Right.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's how
Yeah.
that stuff got in the house. Was
Right.
by media, was by gangster rap that I was
That's
listening
it.
to. I remember I couldn't listen to it, so I go in the far corner of the house and turn it down just low enough where I could hear it because I know if my mama heard it, it's gonna be
Mhm.
some problems. All that cussing,
Right.
all that be this and all that, yeah, nigga,
Right.
nigga, this, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be turn that off. Matter of fact, give me the radio. Get
Yeah.
just
Right. Right. Whole
give me the
radio.
whole radio.
Right.
So, but I never really got caught, so I always listen to it. But then again, I never really jumped into that life for her to be like, okay, what's this boy got going
Right.
on? Let me see what he got going on.
Right. Mhm.
April Spring said, yes, most come to jail based off of rap music. For fame in the streets, jail is a part of the process. Yes, Joe was talking about that earlier today.
Right.
And jail is, well, I can't remember the term that I use, but yeah, jail is a part of the process.
Mhm.
That's like
Mhm.
that's your coming of age
Right.
as a thug, as a gangster.
Right.
Rite of passage is what
Right
I,
of passage, yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
which it don't make no sense because if you was, a real gangster, a real thug,
You
you
don't get
wouldn't get
caught.
caught.
Yep.
These are the dudes that's getting caught. We praising the people that's getting caught.
Right.
So even if you was gone, I don't condone praising any of it. But man, let's look up to the person who fly up under the radar.
Yeah. That's it.
That's what we need to be looking at. The dude who got caught, we praising the guy who got
Right.
caught. Janine said, mix today's music with the synthetic drugs they taking, and these kids don't have a chance. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. That's one way to alter reality. Between drugs and looking at what people act like is their reality, because most of these rappers are telling the stories of people around them. Most of these rappers are
Right.
not drug dealers at all,
Right.
but they might have been in the presence of a drug dealer.
Right.
So they can kind of write about it, whatever.
Mhm.
But yeah, to alter our reality and try to get us to seek out a totally false reality.
Right.
So only the clear people do that. I'm just saying. Mm. She said parents can beat their kids' asses, and that's the big issue. No, parents can't beat their kids'
Oh.
asses, and that's the
Mhm.
big issue. Cops can beat them, but parents can't. So take these kids with you, police. And that's another thing that I explain to my kids. Well, I explain to my kids because yeah, I did used to with my kids. I ain't gonna say beat. Shoot, that's sound harsh. But when I did, I would let them know that the police is way worse than me. Anything, any belt that I'm gonna put on your behind, the police, number one, it ain't a belt. You know what I'm saying? It's a stick or a gun to lay you down forever. And it's always been, better me than the police. I always been like that with me. Um, I'm using a different approach with my nieces and nephews over here, but I do want to let them know that the police is worse. If you think, because nowadays I think the kids are more sensitive nowadays, and my words tend to hurt the kids just as much as a belt would. My disappointment, the way that I express my disappointment to my kids, hurt them just about as bad, from a mental or emotional standpoint as it would as physically, hitting them.
Right. Right.
But like I tell them, police don't, man, look, bro, you know, they don't when they against you, they don't care nothing about you. They
Right.
don't give a damn about you. They trying to hurt you. They trying to restrain you. They trying to put you in a cage, and that's what I'm trying to keep you away from.
That's
You
it.
know, the rules that you don't listen to nowadays become the laws that you don't listen to as an adult,
Right.
and the repercussions are much greater.
Mhm.
Gary said, "I had my money in the power days. Yes, sir. Ghetto boys, baby. Ghetto boys." And what was the name of one of the guys in Ghetto Boys? Scarface. We was great, man. We was heavily influenced. Gangster rap took us between gangster rap and crack. Man, we ain't know which way was up in the 80s and the 90s. It just took us by storm, and we ain't know how to react to it at all. Parents tried to tell us, but we ain't know how to react to it. Man,
Right.
it got us. Can't lie.
Mhm. Mhm.
That was they did us. The
That's
government
it.
did us bad with that, man. They did us bad with them dropping that crack on us like that.
Right.
Quincy said, "What kind of music I think that 75-year-old listened to with that young
Oh.
fella she was teaching her ways to?" I'm gonna skip on over that. Say kids today need their asses kicked, and I don't know, man. I don't think kids respond to um, violence or respond to physical, punishment the same way that we did. I think these kids are more emotional nowadays, and I think you can play off of that, more than hitting your kid or
Mhm.
physically,
Right.
putting
Right.
harm on your
Right. Right. Right.
kids.
Right.
But with that, you have to have an authority figure in your kid's life from Jump Street.
Right. 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 Because at the end of the day, like the kids, you know, the niece and nephew, they are, you really just say a few words to them and they're just like,
Man, broke down.
ah, yeah, like that, scares them, which is a good thing because, you want them to have that fear. Like going to the school when, one of them is messing up at school, then when they see Uncle Johnny or whatever, it's like, okay, I'm not gonna do it no more. I'm not gonna do it no more. So that's what you want though. You want that fear in them so that you don't have to even go that far.
Yeah, I took a different approach. My kids kind of taught me. My daughter taught me for sure. Um, let me know that my words and the way that I expressed my disappointment, was just as bad as any whooping that she ever got.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, these kids, they're more emotional nowadays. Back in the day, we
Right.
was physical, so you had to put a foot in my ass. You couldn't talk to me. Talking would not have done it. I'd be in jail today if
Right.
you was just talking to me. Now you're gonna have to put a foot in my ass. But these kids are much different.
Right.
Um, to go off into something else, I don't want to go off too far. But I saw something where somebody was talking about. I guess this guy has girls. He's got two
Mm-hmm.
girls. I saw a post on social media,
Mm-hmm.
and he was saying, "Pray for us, girl dads or girl
Right.
parents or whatever case." I
Right.
don't think that's the case no more. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's kids. Period.
Right.
When you talk about girls being emotional, no, these dudes emotional nowadays too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
pray for parents. Period,
Mm-hmm.
because these kids
Mm-hmm.
are emotional all the way around.
Right.
All the way around. It ain't back in the day, it was just girls, or we had
Right.
this mantra that it was
Right. Right.
just
Right.
girls or
Thought that
whatever,
was the thing. Yeah.
boys just be boys. But now we're starting to pay attention to and bring light to the fact that boys have emotions too,
Right. Yeah.
and you can hurt their feelings too.
Yeah. For sure.
It ain't just a suck it up type of situation.
Oh.
So, uh, Ramona said, "Okay, whoop." I'm telling you, whoop. I ain't gonna say beat. You can use that term, before the internet, where everything you said was judged. You can say, yeah, that was the term you used. As a matter of fact, I've heard the term "fuck my kid up." So you could do that back then. Nowadays, people take it literal. You allowed to catch a charge just for saying, beat my kid.
Right. Right.
Uh, Gary said, "My mama beat our ass in public." Yeah, yeah. You go
Yeah.
the old school way, the old law, where you messed up at.
That's where you
That's where
got
you
it. Right.
you messed up in church, man. You flew around and get beat right there in that pew, or
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna take you right outside, and the people inside still gonna hear you getting your ass beat
Right.
from the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that was then.
Right. Or you get that good old pinch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get your ear twisted,
Mm-hmm.
halfway off your face.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Vanessa said, I agree. Everything is different now. It's definitely different now.
Yeah.
It's definitely different now. And let's get this Quincy point of view. Say, what kid has had their ass kicked for real today? You say, y'all crazy as fuck. I see at least 17 of them little fuckers a day, and they need a good kick in the ass. And y'all do too. Nah, nah, nah. I mean, I went a good period
Mm.
without whooping my kids. I did it early on. By the time they hit about what 12, 13 or so, or whatever, it was like they was few and far between. And I've always said by the time they were seniors in high school, we was just roommates. And that's because once they hit about 14 and 15, they got it all figured out. It's gonna be hard to turn them around from whatever they got going on, unless they get into some major trouble. You don't want that to happen. Unless they get into some major trouble, they already got an idea of how they gonna care, whether they're gonna be a gangster, first president, or second black president, whatever the case, whatever they're gonna be there, they got to figure out how they gonna get there. And us dumbass parents don't have an idea about how their life is. That's just how I see it. So by the
Right.
time they're a senior, like I said, by the time mine was a senior, we was roommates, you know. And it wasn't about letting them do what they want to do, but I had already did. The child rearing was over. The implementation of the moral code was over. Either they're gonna use it or they're not.
Right.
And the world was gonna teach them better than I ever could, as far as from that point on.
Right. But you know what? Like Earthquake, he had a joke. He said, if I was trying to get my son's attention, all I had to do was
Change that
unplug unplug that
video game.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, change the Wi-Fi code.
And that kid come running down talking about what's going on? The internet not working. Oh, really? Mine working. So yeah, today that's kind of, you know what I'm saying, the thing to do. Like to kids, that is serious punishment. you know, as opposed to I think most kids you whoop them. Okay, if I just get this whooping, and then we're gonna be done, and then I'm be able to go outside. You know what I'm saying? That's how they feel. But it's like you got to take stuff away. You know what I'm saying?
Take
That
away.
hurt.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. And for me, when I take stuff away, my biggest, I love to correlate stuff. I try to correlate stuff with the kids all the time. Just like when I say about as far as about breaking rules as an adult, that's breaking laws. When you get your benefits taken away, that's what jail is like. You know what I'm saying? That's what prison is like. When you
Hmm.
that's when those benefits get taken away.
Yeah,
So, and it goes back to the repercussion. That's repercussions for your actions. But yeah, that Wi-Fi, you change that Wi-Fi code on them, boy.
man.
They world
Yeah,
is out of there.
that's it.
Marcus Jackson, Bird, what's going on, man? We was just talking about you and the wife, man, bringing forward out, packing out that place, man. It was. I'm surprised the fire marshal ain't come out there. It was people on the inside, outside, and all around.
Right.
No parking, all up and
It was
down
great.
Miller and Raymond.
Yeah.
That's awesome to get love. I mean, you doing
Yeah,
something
for
right
real.
to get love from that many
For
people,
real.
especially in this wicked town of Fort Worth, where
Man.
support is at a minimum.
Right, man. The city love y'all. That's what's up.
Man, for real. Um, Miss Tanya Cooks, man, old classmate. What's going on with you, Tanya? She said these kids today are more emotional. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
more emotional.
Mhm.
Yeah, way more emotional. Both boys and girls are more emotional.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like I said. I don't think it's a situation where you can say because now you got a situation where some of these girls is harder than the boys.
Right.
You
Right.
know, you can look into the very rap that these kids listen to. Nigga, the women are going harder than the men. The men, you got your Rod Waves, your people that's crying, the emotional ones talking about all the stuff that's going on in their life. Um, Nigga, these women are telling us what they, want us to do, yeah. They own the whole masculine side. They man.
Right.
So yeah.
Right.
Ramona said that's true. Take that internet. I took access to the internet and the phone, and mine lost her mind, cried all night.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, man. Quincy said, you talking specifically about your kids. What about some of them badass kids we don't see at these schools and shit? Shit, you seen them DJ, don't play. All right, man. Once again, you have to take an authoritative figure in your kid's life from Jump Street. Sometimes that might mean not working so many hours. Sometimes that might mean being intrusive on what they're listening to and what their influences are. You have to get a hold on that early. And I don't want to make it seem like I'm just pointing and blaming the parents or whatever the case, but you are parents. Those are your kids. That's your responsibility. It's kind of like driving a car and getting in a wreck. That car is your responsibility.
Right.
And that kid is your responsibility. I just feel like the kids, yeah, DJing when I go out and do these high school parties, especially the inner city parties or whatever. This be middle school kids,
Yeah.
asking for music, and it just ain't appropriate for them. It
Right.
shouldn't be, they shouldn't be asking for these types of things. And you just got to watch what your kids' influences are.
Oh
You
yeah, for
really, you got
sure.
to keep a hold on that.
For sure.
You know, I used to take my kids out to the DJing the gigs. I take my daughter out and let her see what some of these little girls in middle school is doing. And I make sure and let her know we
We're
ain't
not doing
doing.
that, right? Girl.
We not doing that.
Right.
This ain't that. I know like they having fun over there, but that's not your fun.
Right. Right.
We're not doing that. As far as the music, you know, my kids listen to what I listen to, but they listen to clean versions. I'm a DJ, and yeah, we listen to everything everybody else listen to. And I always talk about my kids getting made fun of because when they used to go and rap the songs with the kids at school, they rap the clean versions. But that's what they supposed to know. They ain't supposed to know the dirty version. They ain't
Right.
supposed to know the explicit version.
Right.
So, it's just all about being that authoritative figure from the time that they come out of the womb. You can't come in, after they've encountered YouTube, after they've encountered gangster rap and drill rap, and try to U-turn them back around. A
Right.
lot of times that ain't gonna work because they already got it in their mind. You know what they're attracted to, what they want to be, what they want to be like, what they like. You got to be that authority figure, man, from the womb. As soon as they touch down, as
Yeah.
soon as they cut that umbilical cord, you got to be on top of it.
Right. Right. Right.
Uh, yeah, people laughing at Quincy's crazy. Boy, look here, man. Follow that dude. He's on War of the Roses on Wednesdays. If you are entertained by this man's eccentric opinions,
Mm-hmm.
he's got more.
Okay.
He's got more. Um, Gary said DNA like a pit bull and a poodle.
Right.
Bird said we have to pump knowledge in them, and it takes everyone. This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. You got to pump knowledge in them. You got to build them up. You got to empower them. So along with that knowledge, you got to let them know that this knowledge that I'm giving you is empowering you. I'm giving you a superpower.
Yeah.
And yeah, it does take all of us. It does take a village. Unfortunately, it's very difficult.
Yeah, the villages. Oof.
It
You
ain't the
know what?
same.
I will give like the program that Steve Harvey was having for those boys. I will give him his props on that, where they would take those boys in and have a lot of men that would kind of
Mentor
mentor them.
them.
Yeah, um, the we need that. We need that in the community, and you don't find that often. It's not happening anymore.
We busy nowadays.
Right.
We have jobs.
Right.
Stuff is
Right.
expensive. Inflation is off the chain. So we got to work, stuff
Hmm.
like that.
Be intentional about it, and it's not easy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not easy. I mean, it takes a village. It
Yeah.
does take a village. And nowadays, you have to find a village. When we was growing up, there was a village somewhere. There was a
Right.
village on every street.
Right. Right.
On every street, there was authority figures. There was somebody that was going to tell it. You got the old ladies going to tell it. And
Right.
once they tell it to uncle or whoever, they're going to
Right.
take care of it. It's not
Right.
going to happen
Right.
again.
Right.
But we don't have that
No,
nowadays.
the village have pretty much aged out. So.
I think the worst thing about the village is we're too combative nowadays. We don't like to be
Hmm.
corrected.
True. Yeah.
We don't like to
Agreed.
be corrected. We don't. I guess we don't like the way it make us feel to be
Right.
corrected.
Right.
But you got to humble yourself because now we too busy trying to defend our kids
Hmm.
against the person that
Right. Right.
that
Right. Right.
told it on them or whatever the
Right.
case. And it's like I don't know. We got to do better as far as the village. We got to be on one accord, and
Yeah.
we have to understand about authority, right, wrong, or indifferent, because this is life.
Yeah.
Authority might not necessarily be right, but authority is authority.
Yeah. Hmm.
And
Hmm.
you have to respect authority
That's it.
in some
That's it.
form of fashion.
That's it. That's it.
But anyway, man, we are so far into overtime.
Hmm.
We're almost 15 minutes in. It always go like this.
Yeah.
um well, let's check out the novel that Romana just dropped on us. So I don't even listen to rap music like that. He said my husband does, and he will say to our daughter, cut that mess off. That's the thing now. People don't want you to say anything, nothing to their kids. They'll fight and curse you out in front of the child, Yeah, trying to defend the child. I think a lot of that comes from having younger parents.
Hmm. Yeah.
You know, it's hard to be a parent when you're trying to grow up
Right.
yourself.
Right. We got 30-year-old grandparents these
Yeah,
days. So
yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
It's hard. That's why I feel like a lot of kids that are in their 20s shouldn't be raising kids
True.
because they're still trying to find themselves.
Yeah. Agreed.
What's that? The problem with the village is too many parents living vicariously through their kids' goddamn TikToks. Yeah, that's another one.
Agreed.
That's another. I guess we can have a
Hmm.
whole show on the village. Maybe
Hmm.
we'll do a show. Maybe I don't
Right.
know in the coming weeks on the village
Yeah.
and what the village needs to do
Right.
in order for the young to be able to prosper.
Right. Right. Okay. All right. That's a wrap on that one. Y'all, thank y'all so very much. We appreciate all your comments and likes and shares and that. And hey, we will definitely see y'all on next Monday. Got anything you want to tell the people?
Yeah, come out and holler at your boy. Rwanda said, "Oh, you say y'all are awesome. I just love you guys the way you give knowledge, man. I just try to teach what I learn. That's
Thank you, Amanda. Thank you.
I just try to teach what I learned. Keep pushing. You already know, Bird. You know how I go, man. Yeah, we locked in. We gonna push. But this week, man, come check your boy out. I'm gonna be at Jack's Cigar Lounge. Real grown up atmosphere, man. We chill on Wednesdays, man, from 8 p.m. to midnight. So we're off of 8th Street. Like I say, grown up atmosphere. If you could take it, they got a patio area. So if you just don't like cigar smoke, they got a patio area out there back in the back. We usually have a food vendor. The last our food, the air grow food vendor, man, she been off the chain. But come on and holler at me on a Wednesday or on a Thursday. Got karaoke over there at Blitz Lounge. That's out for Matlock in Arlington. Do karaoke from 9 till 1 in the morning. A lot of times we end up going till 2 in the morning because folks don't want to go home. But have a lot of fun over there too, man. Karaoke got a bar over there. We got a full kitchen over there. I recommend the lemon pepper wings. Them lemon with pepper wings, man. I get them every week. Chris will tell you I come home with them every week, and I get enough to where I can eat enough, eat some, and save some for the next day. Oh man, always. Friday, I'm doing a comedy show. I'll be DJing at Live Wicks in Arlington off of Collins. We're gonna try to do some improv. Sequina's gonna be over there. Derek Jack's gonna be over there. Alberta the Exception is gonna be over there. So we're gonna try to do something different. Mr. Wick over there, he wants to try to do some improv similar to the 85 South, Wild and Out fold. So we're gonna see if we can't do something like that for DFW. Saturday, I will be at a private event. That's Chrysler. That's a sneaker ball. You could actually come out to that. The sneaker ball. Um, God dog it, I can't remember where it's at. I don't know. Montreal Dukes, my boy, Montreal Dukes. Pastor Montreal Dukes is doing a sneaker ball from 6 to 8 p.m. on Saturday. So you got plenty of time to check a brother out, man. When you get a chance. Um, that's us until next week. Trying to say what happened last week. Now you late today. Last week life was just lifing on us. I don't what happened last week.
Super tired.
Yeah, tired from something. I don't know. I was just as tired this week. I did a couple of weddings this weekend, but we couldn't do it 2 weeks in a row to y'all, man. So
Right.
I went ahead and bit the bullet, and here we are. Appreciate y'all. Rashonda, man, go back and look at the replay, man. I guess go to about 20 or 30 minutes in. They say my mic was jacked up the first few minutes, so I don't know. But go back and check it out, and we will come back. We'll see y'all next week.
All right, y'all. Same jazz time.
Same jazz channel.
All right. Be blessed.
Rashonda said, don't start something y'all can't finish. Sorry. Jamie, I'm sorry about you in the phone call, man. Hey, I'm finna end the stream. You can go back in and look
Right.
look at
Catch
the
you on the
beginning.
replay.
Yes, sir.